Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker. For those of you who have watched my prior videos, you would have probably seen already my reveal of the few Chanel Les Exclusives fragrances that I have purchased prior to their discontinuation in the eau de toilette form, which is imminent. So just to let you guys know, rush off and purchase them if you still wish to have your eau de toilette versions of your favorite fragrances, because beginning of September or October 2016, they will be all kind of swapped away for the eau de parfums, which are way more expensive, and we do not know how they smell. So today I will be reviewing one of these 16 in existence Les Exclusives fragrances, and today that one will be the by me newly purchased La Pausa 28 La Pausa. Let's come in as close as possible. So I've had a couple of moments with this fragrance to test it out and live with it, and for the occasion I have sprayed it on this hand here, there, and a little bit over my arm here, like where there's like hair and stuff. So I want to see how it reacts also to hair and skin together. This is one of the first Les Exclusives fragrances that came out in 2007, made by Jacques Polge. 28 La Pausa is the address of La Pausa. It's one of two houses or places where Coco Chanel, the woman, would retrieve for relaxation, holiday, a moment of thought, meditation, or study, or just, you know, lounging and chilling, basically. One of the two places, I'm sure she had many more, but this is one of the two places that has been turned into, or whose addresses have been homaged within a fragrance within the Les Exclusives range. So we have 28 La Pausa, and we also have Bel Respiro. Bel Respiro is another holiday getaway of Chanel, or used to be of Coco Chanel, and it is also a fragrance, and I have reviewed Bel Respiro. If you wish to see the review of Bel Respiro, you could check it out in the description box down below, where you could follow the link to that review. But 28 La Pausa, why have I waited so long to review 28 La Pausa? Why have I waited so long to purchase it? Thank you in a sick way, thank you Chanel for announcing, or kind of not announcing, but very undertonedly letting your essays announce for you that you will be discontinuing the eau de toilettes. I think that's the main reason why I purchased 28 La Pausa to begin with. I was giving myself the time I was postponing the purchase. Now the time has come to purchase it, because otherwise I won't get a second chance. And I do purchase a lot of fragrances also online, like used, because I have a good nose of figuring out what is authentic and what not. But I just wanted to experience the beauty and the poetry and the magic of kind of buying it new within a Chanel store. It's just always way more poetic to me. And knowing that this perfume will no longer be in existence, I have the feeling like I'm purchasing something that I don't have a chance to purchase anymore when I think back in the past, like for example Chanel number 46 that came out in 1946. How amazing would it have been, or Bois Noir, you know, to enter a Chanel boutique and purchase Bois Noir. Back in like 2002-3, when I purchased En Fleur de Chanel within a Chanel boutique, it was amazing, you know. Now it's been discontinued, so I still have that memory of entering the boutique and purchasing and being happy about it, not knowing back then that it would have been discontinued. This one had a bittersweet purchase tone to it because I purchased it knowing that it will be discontinued in this form. So it is a bittersweet memory. but nevertheless a memory that I will treasure inside of me because the purchase happened within a Chanel boutique. And it's as if I took, I don't know, this sounds a bit creepy now perhaps, but it's as if I'm taking, you know, a good old friend that's maybe perhaps on their dying bed, and you're just kind of like guiding them through those last moments, and you're spending those last moments together with them. I have many times before associated fragrances and perfumes and the trajectory that they kind of have on your skin, the olfactory lifespan that they have on your skin. I have many a times in my reviews compared it to life and death, and particularly death. The fact that you spray the fragrance on, and then with time, you know, in a couple of hours, you witness its birth, its story, the history. It's like a frame to your day, to whatever you're experiencing that day. It could frame an amazing moment of your life. It could also frame a horrible moment of your life. And then you witness it fade out and slowly die and perish. So this was a double bitter, kind of more than sweet aspect to purchasing 28 La Pausa in its last ever incarnation in eau de toilette form, because of course as I start using up the bottle and as the liquid empties, we will be coming close to an end. And it's on this hand, and it's amazing. This one doesn't have it. I will spray it fresh because we gotta go through the notes together. No. I'm going to, let's do 4 sprays, because this one is kind of famous for being very delicate, subtle. This is, of all of the Les Exclusives fragrances, this is the one considered to be the most fleeting and the weakest of the fragrances of the entire range. The one that kind of lasts the shortest amount of time on the skin. These are all kind of connotations given to 28 La Pausa. These are all, you know, words or adjectives to describe 28 La Pausa. Most of the reviews you're going to find online will tell you that this one is very fleeting. That couple of minutes after you spray it, it's already gone. Well, is it? We'll find that out in a second. Let's go through the ingredients or the notes. Actually, super minimal. We have leather, rose, and orris root. There is no top, middle, or heart note. The description is so linear. It's so simple that it almost literally represents and resembles what in reality is a summer fragrance, a light summer fragrance. Now, a light summer fragrance means not necessarily that it has only like one linear structure, but this one kind of does, except, and here we're coming to a couple of points to note. First of all, very famous for the Chanel Les Exclusives range is the Chanel branded brandy. And this brandy type of note, which I have here in number 18, is super present when you first spray number 18 onto your skin. You feel, you can almost taste that brandy. Similar with 28 La Pausa. Much more subdued and toned down, but it's nevertheless there. And this brandy alcoholic opening, which is extremely rich, but could be annoying to some, is very fleeting. It leaves us within a couple of minutes. Leaving us within a couple of minutes means that we are left with a memory of it because it was there at the beginning, and we know that it was there. So I'm used to it. It's not annoying to me, but to some it might be annoying. But then what stays is actually the contrast to that alcohol opening, because that alcoholic opening makes us feel like intoxicated in a way, but then since it evaporates, since it's alcohol, what comes after that appears in the beginning to be nothing. Literally nothing. It's like taking a break. La pausa in Italian means a break, literally. And we are in this weird space of empty space. And that's where a lot of the people start criticizing 28 La Pausa, because a lot of the people in that moment don't smell anything and say, oh my God, I just spent so much money on this fragrance that doesn't smell like anything. Well, that's where we are all wrong, because I was wrong too. I have seen the interview on YouTube by one of the perfumers, I think it was a Sheldrake rather than Jacques Polge, talking about the Orris root and stating something very special in particular about the Orris root, and the Orris root being the most precious ingredient within 28 La Pausa. What he said about the Orris root is that unlike any other ingredient, iris, the flower of iris, that cannot be harvested, I mean, it's not harvested for the reason of extracting the essence from the flowers to put them into the perfume, but rather the root of the flower. What is very particular is to note, and this is what they said in this interview, unlike any other ingredient, the Orris root and the smell of it begins like nothing, and then it evolves in time and grows. There's a crescendo going on there. And with time, it becomes more and more and more. And usually it's the other way around. Usually, I mean, it is the other way around with almost all ingredients, but not with that one. And in fact, if you give your chance, if you give yourself the time and the chance and the patience to actually sense out and smell this fragrance, let it develop. And let that memory of that alcohol or etylic opening kind of go away, and let the other stuff enter, you know? Let the other layers of it enter. Let the Orris root develop itself. It's going to take its time. And depending on whether or not outside it's cold or hot, humid or not humid, it's going to take its time. Now, on this part of my skin where it has been lingering on for at least, let's say, it's been over 40 to 50 minutes now, it's evolving. It's evolving and becoming more and more complex, despite the fact that it's a very linear structure. Here, where we have just sprayed it on, the alcohol is kind of still there, but it's leaving us, and it's kind of throwing on top of what will be the base of the Orris root, like sprinkles of residue, of resinous residue, of something that could be alcohol, but could be more like brandy. I'm feeling more of this like brownish golden residue or resin falling over what will develop as the Orris root in the heart of this perfume, together with the roses from Grasse. And we know that, as Chanel tells us, that the roses that they use from Grasse, they are only used for their Les Exclusives range and for the pure parfums of the regular releases. All of the other regular release perfumes or fragrances within the Chanel range that we could purchase normally at cosmetic stores do not carry all those flowers from Grasse, but more imported flowers from other countries, or even chemical kind of substitutes for them. So I feel that this alcohol opening is giving us a hint, and it's kind of watering the seeds of the iris, or what will be the Orris root later on, to grow. It depends on your skin. Of course, some skins, can develop a perfume quicker than others, but it is super interesting to note that on my skin, for me, it stays extremely close to the skin. Yes, it's not a projection monster whatsoever. Quite the contrary. Of all the Chanel Les Exclusives, this is even more than Boy, this is the most subdued and elusive fragrance, indeed. And I do understand why some people are complaining about it, because it is expensive and they don't kind of project well. Let's do our math for a second here, because La Pausa is a fragrance that represents holidays. It represents easy life, easy living. It represents luxury that doesn't need to scream in your face. As I said in other reviews of mine, designers like Thierry Mugler or Christian Lacroix or Jean-Paul Gaultier that have screaming in your face fashion designs, of course, have to have also fragrances that mirror and resemble that sort of message. Chanel is more about elegance and subdued elegance, especially Jacques Paul. I mean, he has retired since, but he's kind of a perfumer, or was a perfumer from a time long gone, of a period that doesn't exist anymore. So his vision of the past and of what luxury was, he still has that connection to that type of luxury, to that type of lifestyle. He had the capacity and the capability to envision it and transform it and translate it into perfume formulation form. So this type of luxury, it doesn't exist anymore. Nowadays, the Kardashians are luxury. Are you fucking kidding me? That screaming in your face, tacky disgustingness is what's considered luxury. Well, not in our book. In our book, we don't have to put silicone implants up our butts and anuses to be considered fabulous. We actually go in ourselves, retreat. We appreciate the quality of silence. We appreciate the quality of meditation. We appreciate the quality of something that does not need to scream into your face. Because, why? Because it doesn't always and constantly need the approval of whoever is standing in front of you. It's an elegance and a luxury that doesn't need you or me. It lives within itself. It's encapsulated within itself. Yes, that is arrogant. In a way, it is arrogant. Luxury is arrogance in a way. But it is extremely elegant to a degree where you can understand that intoxicating yourself with it would be the wrong way to proceed. Having it on your skin and surrounding you as an aura of subtlety is the way to proceed. It's kind of the key to understand and to treasure this sort of fragrance. And especially considering that it is luxury, for people who live in luxury, I guess you could consider that they can spend all their lives on holiday. And yet, another higher level even still is to consider luxury going on holiday. That's a step even higher than just luxury in itself. So luxury going on holiday is just about letting go of the guard and not having to pep everything up all the time. And that's exactly what 28 La Pausa is. Do not purchase it if you wish to have Angel by Thierry Mugler, if you wish to have a perfume that screams like that. Also compared within the Les Exclusives range, do not purchase it if you wish a sillage of Coromandel or Sycomore. You're not going to get it here. Here you will get meditation. You will get silence. When I have this on me, I feel like I am in peace or at peace. And there is nothing around me but a very, very light Mediterranean breeze. And that breeze does not smell too intensely or too much of ocean or Mediterranean Sea or salt or water, but rather I am distant from the water, and there are bushes, very, very light trees moving in the breeze, and there's a scent of green from those. Could be a cypress, could be some other type of tree or bush, and it just gives me hints of what is out there. But I am in my bubble. So in fact, you have to consider this perfume as you being in, the perfume in itself is in a bubble. You are in a bubble. And there's the world outside, and there's just hints of only the best aspects of that world. Nothing negative, nothing bad, nothing mean. Only the best kind of filters through and comes into you. It comes close to you. But this bubble of luxury, this aura of luxury surrounding you, does not allow any negativity in, does not allow anything nasty in. Only the best, but only the best, only in a very, very, very filtered and light, cloud-like, fluffy light concentration, filtering through the bubble. In fact, this perfume creates that bubble around you and gives you that tone of peace. It's a very, very peaceful fragrance. In the description, it also says, in the Chanel description or the description of a lot of reviewers, it says it uses the word piquant, like piquant, but not to me. No, sorry. It has that irisy powder, but even the powder is so delicate. This perfume will stay close to the skin. In fact, if you are having a luxurious holiday and you are relaxing and having fun with, hopefully, the person that you love, you can envision how amazing it is. It's like giving a gift or receiving a gift to come so close to a person that smells so luxurious. But you need to come that close, skin tight close, sexually close to that person in order to smell that delicate layer of pure luxury, of an essence of an orris root. And that is beautiful. Once you have reached that state of almost nirvana, like Chanel Nirvana. They could have called the number 28 La Pausa Chanel Nirvana. I mean, it's a tacky title, but whatever. Just to explain what I want to get to. That sort of nirvana is reachable here within this fragrance. So guys, to end it in a special kind of way, I guess we can, connect all the dots and say, in a way, it is a sexual fragrance because it's like giving a gift to a partner or receiving a gift from a partner by coming so close to them and smelling the beauty of the orris root developing with time. I'm sure if you heat up the body while you're wearing it, doing stuff with somebody you really like a lot, you can kind of find even more nuances to the fragrance with time. But also on its own, wearing it just alone, just for yourself, it's that type of fragrance. It really is the epitome of a fragrance you wear for yourself. You do not wear it for others. You do not wear it to make others tell you how good you smell. No. You wear it to relax. And as esoteric as this may sound, well, Chanel herself, Coco Chanel herself, the woman, was kind of esoteric in her own way. If you do some research on the lady, you will figure out all the numerology, all the obsession she had with symbols and symbolism and what they really meant. And I am very happy that Jacques Polge actually gave the symbology and the meaning, hidden meaning to 28 La Pausa. And for those of you who haven't, check out my number 18 review in the description box down below. You will see that I named this fragrance the key to unlock and understand all of the other Les Exclusives fragrances. And in fact, number 18 and La Pausa kind of go hand in hand in a very particular way, because this one kind of waters down the intensity of this one, but it transfers it into a totally different realm of sophisticated isolation and subtle luxury that is meant to really just evoke the jewelry within you. Number 18 is the address for Chanel's haute joaillerie, the high jewelry, diamonds, and blah, blah, blah. So this is something that would kind of scream out. The jewelry would scream out to the world, hey, I'm rich. This one doesn't. This one straps off all the jewelry, throws it away, and it kind of comes inside of you and lets you realize that the jewels are all inside of you. The jewelry has always been inside of you. And this fragrance reminds me of that to a T. Now you see, and I'm really going to end it, I was upset with Boy for lasting such a short time on the skin because it didn't also give me the poetry. It didn't give me the poetry. It doesn't smell like a Chanel Les Exclusives fragrance. It doesn't smell like what the myth behind Boy Capel was. This one tells me a story. It it has the poetry, even though it's fleeting, even though you won't smell it so intensely or will have trouble finding it on your skin. Mine is still there, and it's developing so beautifully. Gorgeous. I am so sad I haven't discovered this beauty in its full depth prior to 2016. I wish I would have given it a shot in 2007 when it came out. So almost 10 years time before I gave this beauty a shot. And in a sick way, thank you, Chanel, for discontinuing it, because otherwise I still wouldn't have given it a shot. So guys, reevaluate your opinion on 28 La Pausa, because you need to give it that correct visual and perspective, poetic perspective on it in order to really unlock its meaning and unlock its beauty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumb up this video if you liked it. Let me know what you think about the review in the comment section down below. And share with me if you too have 28 La Pausa or not. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I am also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter how close the scent is to you, and no matter how much people tell you, why don't you wear a perfume that smells more intense? Fuck them. Wear whatever you want to wear. And never forget to never give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.